Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Ready for an adventure? Whether you're revisiting cherished moments or planning new escapades, Nostalgic Travel Talks is here to inspire your wanderlust. Let's take off. Welcome, everybody, to today's show. And the theme today is what kids really think about travel. I have a special guest with me, Jayden, who is 8 years old. And I have some questions for him.
I'm in third grade.
You're in third grade? Okay. Well, do you like traveling?
Yes.
And what is your favorite part about going on a trip?
Probably, if there's a beach, probably the beaches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. I love the beach. That's one of my favorite things to do. So we went to Jacksonville not too long ago. It was about almost a year ago, actually, and we're going to go back. What was the first thing you packed for our trip to Jacksonville?
I cannot remember.
No? I think I remember you packing toys.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe your some of your favorite, and maybe one of your stuffies, right? Your stuffed animals? Didn't you take one?
Mm-mm. Oh, yeah, I think I took Misty.
Okay. Yeah, because Misty went with us everywhere. So how did you feel when you found out you were going on a trip to Florida?
I was so shocked.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad you, was it a good shock?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to hear that. What was your favorite thing that we did in Jacksonville? Because we did a few things. What was your favorite?
Probably the beach.
The beach. Yeah. I had a feeling you were going to say that. Did you try any new foods?
No.
You sure? You didn't try anything new?
Oh, yeah. Waffle House and Zaxby's, and I had the Mr. Beast box.
Yeah. What of those two things, what was your favorite?
The Mr. Beast box.
Mr. Beast? I kind of liked Waffle House. I thought Waffle House was pretty good.
It was fast, and you could watch them cook.
Yeah, that's true. That was nice. If somebody else your age was going to Jacksonville, what would you tell them to do or to see?
I would tell them to go to Margaritaville and look at the ships going to the harbor.
We saw the ships from Margaritaville, or was that from someplace else?
I think it was from, I saw some from Margaritaville.
We did see some cruise ships while we were there, because that's one of the ports. So what was a funny thing or something silly that happened on the trip? Do you remember anything?
No, I don't remember.
Do you remember going to Buc-ee's?
Yeah.
What was cool about Buc-ee's?
I liked that they had so many cool toys.
Yeah, Buc-ee's is huge. And for those that don't know, how would you describe Buc-ee's?
The best store ever. They had ices.
Uh-huh.
It was pretty much Costco, but for toys.
Costco for toys. Well, it was a gas station. Did you know that?
No.
Buc-ee's is a gas station. I mean, it's more than a gas station. You can get gas there. They had fresh food. So they had like sandwiches and stuff you could get.
And they
hot.
had delis.
Yeah, so they had a lot. There was a lot. I think you bought some toys when you were there.
Yeah, I bought not the tractor, elevator, excavator.
Oh, you bought an excavator. Okay, that's
And
cool.
it was dump truck, an excavator, and a bulldozer, I think.
Did we go anywhere else that you recall?
The beach.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time on the beach.
And St. Augustine.
St. Augustine, yes, that was a really fun trip.
That was a new state.
Florida was a new state for you?
No, I'm talking about St. Augustine. Oh, it was a new country.
A new city.
A new city.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Did anything surprise you at all about Florida?
Probably how humid it was.
Mm-hmm. It is very humid in Florida. And we went in July, so it was really humid and hot. Did you like that?
Mm-hmm.
So, can you tell me what makes a trip fun for kids?
Bringing your electronics.
So that when you're bored in the airport, on the plane, you got something to do when you're not on the beach, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything you don't like about traveling?
Yeah, probably my ears popping.
On the plane?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Yeah. Well, you're the only one, because I sure don't. What should grown-ups remember when they take kids on a trip?
They need to remember to bring our iPads.
Yes, your iPads, your stuffed animals, so that you're always happy, right? And if you could plan your perfect vacation, where would you go and what would you do?
I would I would go to Grafton
Grafton, Wisconsin. Why Grafton?
because that's the place I was born.
Yeah, and you haven't been there since then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think you could do in Grafton, Wisconsin?
I think I could find where I was born at.
You want to see the hospital? Okay. Well, I think we'd have to do a little bit of research about Grafton. The Lake Michigan's not too far from Grafton. You could go to the lake and they have beaches. You'd love that.
And snow.
Yeah, there's a lot of snow in the winter. Yeah, for sure. If you were the travel boss, what would you put in every hotel to make it fun for kids?
I would add an arcade.
That would make it really fun. I think adults would like that too, even, you know?
Yeah. And you'd only have to pay 1 cent.
That's
You
great.
don't even have to buy a card.
Okay, I like that. What do you think travel you see there? Alligators, of course. What else? What other kind of animals did you see?
Crocodiles.
Yeah, you saw crocodiles. All kinds of alligators and crocodiles and birds.
Yeah, in the bird pooping zone.
Yeah, there was a pooping zone and you had to avoid that because it was pretty bad. Didn't we see a hippo or two?
No.
I thought there were hippos there. There were hippos there.
No, there weren't. I
There
saw
were.
turtles.
There were turtles, yeah. So there were lots of things to see.
And I think there were some fish.
I think so.
Like teeny, teeny, tiny fish.
Well,
And I saw some lizards.
since we got a chance to see all those great things at the alligator farm, I think it would be a perfect time because since we visited that alligator farm in St. Augustine, Jayden has been very crocodiles, so we have a story. Would you tell us the name of the story and who wrote it?
The Kind-Hearted Crocodile by Lucia Panzeri, illustrated by Anton Gionada Ferrari.
Okay, well, let's hear it. The Kind-Hearted Crocodile.
Once upon a time, there was a crocodile with big teeth, powerful jaws, and a swift, strong body. Everything he needed to be the most fearsome creature you could imagine. But the story goes that this crocodile had a very kind heart. He was gentle and sensitive, who longed to live in a home and to play with children. His great dream was to be a pet like a puppy or a goldfish, and to spend his days as a companion to a happy family. And he would make such a good pet, for he knew how to push a swing, how to dance on a rope, and how to bake an apple pie. He could even make himself into a bridge for a toy train set. But unfortunately, families didn't want pet crocodiles. They wanted puppies and goldfish instead. Then the kindly crocodile had a brilliant idea. He would sneak into a home through the pages of a lovely picture book. Inside the book, he was just paper and paint. But the night he crept off the pages and into the house, where he performed many kind and useful tasks to prove that he was the perfect pet. He tidied toys, he washed the dishes, he folded laundry, he fought monsters and bad dreams, and as dawn approached, he spread sweet jam on toast for the family's breakfast. When morning came, the kindly crocodile, ever so silently and reluctantly, returned to the illustrations in the picture book. Meanwhile, the family wondered who was tidying the toys, who was washing the dishes and folding the laundry, who's chasing away our nightmares, and who's making our breakfast. And that's why one night the father, the mother, and the children squeezed themselves into a wardrobe and waited for their secret friend. They thought they would see a fairy, a troll, a wizard, or an elf, but instead they saw a huge crocodile. A ferocious-looking crocodile with a long, strong body and an enormous mouth with dozens of sharp, pointy teeth. "Help! Call the fire department," said the frantic mother. "Not to worry, I will fight him," said the courageous father. The children, who already knew and loved the crocodile from their picture book, cried, "We want to keep him." Meanwhile, the kindly crocodile swiftly slipped between his covers. Later that night, the mother and the father had a serious conversation. The mother, who appreciated help with the laundry, overcame her initial fear and now agreed with the children. But the father had many doubts, and as the crocodile had teeth. Everything has teeth. When morning came, the crocodile, who had learned a great deal about the likes and dislikes of the family he longed to live, fixed a very good cup of coffee for each of the grown-ups. And guess what? If you visit the family today, the crocodile is still with them. The end.
Thank you. That was a great story. I enjoyed it. And thank you, everybody, for listening, and we will see you soon.
Goodbye.
Thank you for tuning in to Nostalgic Travel Talks. I hope today's episode inspired you to dive deeper into your next journey. If you enjoyed our conversation, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. It really helps others discover the show. And if you want even more insider tips, exclusive travel deals, and personal stories, be sure to sign up for my newsletter. Just head over to my website, nostalgictravelco.com, and hit subscribe. Until next time, keep exploring and keep making those unforgettable travel memories.